Oh, hello. I posted up solo number 95 from the All-American Drummer book of rudimental solos by Charlie Wilcoxon yesterday. And within the solo, there are at least a couple of gems which are worthy of a mention. One of which caused considerable confusion, not least with myself this week. So I just wanted to run through how I approached playing that with a bit of help from some friends. And just to set it up, the solo is in 6/8. The book is largely 6/8 or 2/4 throughout, so this one's in 6. Bar 2, just to dive straight in, I'm going to put a picture up of the bar in question so you can check it out, but do get hold of a copy of this book. It's well worth the investment if you're even remotely looking to get deeper into rudiments, just work your hands a bit more. Bar 2, bar 6. First of all, beat 1 is a flam, an accented flam, followed by a 13-stroke roll, which is notated as a quarter note followed by a dotted quarter note. And as you probably will surmise, that would be accounting for 5/8 notes in effect. The skeleton of a 13-stroke roll is 6/8 notes. So that begs the question, wait a minute, how do we get 6/8 notes to follow on after our first 8th note, which is the flam? 1 plus 6 is 7, doesn't fit into 6, clearly. So the first thing I should explain, when you're dealing with this particular book, if you see a stroke roll preceded by a drag, the drag is intended to be part of that stroke roll. Okay, so in this case, the drag is part of the 13. So what you've effectively got is a flam followed by an 11-stroke roll, but the 11-stroke roll is preceded by a drag, a left-handed drag. So if I just play the skeleton of an 11-stroke roll, so a flam followed by 5 taps essentially. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the skeleton of the 11-stroke roll. If you drag into that, so we then need to double up the taps to create the 13-stroke roll. And that's our 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's bar 2 and bar 6 done. Easy enough. Then you look at bar 3. I presume you've probably looked at bar 3 before this if you've already finished bar 2, and you'll notice that you actually come out on the right hand. This is the first point in the book at which you've had to resolve a roll on the same hand as the diddle prior to it. So effectively you're going to have to play a pull-out to get into beat 1 of bar 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's your pull-out. Okay. It could be an error. I'm aware there are some quirks in this book, if not mistakes, but having tried to play in a different sticking, so for example leading with the left hand on the roll, it's no easier to play. I think Wilcoxon actually did intend for this to be a pull-out. There are no explanatory notes in the book, so who knows. But yeah, just one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a flam, a 13-stroke roll into a pull-out accent. If anybody has any other ways they think it could be played, by all means get in touch. Having had a cursory glance at some executions on YouTube, some have been different. I think this is the way that it was intended to be played, but I'm certainly open to suggestions. So hope this clears this up for anybody who's interested in the sticking used in bar 2 and bar 6. Big thanks to Matt at Sia, Claire Brock, Steve White for reassuring me that I was right all along, and also Colin for his input, and I hope this helps, mate. Speak to you soon.